think they're ready for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got, the talent that we have. It's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. Every foot alive. It's Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go. I don't think they're ready for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got, the talent that we have. It's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. Every foot alive. It's Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, hey, everybody. Welcome to another Thursday. I am so happy to have you all here. You know me as your girl, Kimberly Eichelle, and I am, what I'm going to say, all of my family know what I'm going to say. I am super excited to have y'all here tonight, and I am super excited for my guest tonight. Look, this episode is going to be good. So come on in and bring a friend, like we always say. Make sure that you are, sharing, liking, telling somebody about Talented Thursdays, because we are on a roll. Look, we got Charlene Carla here. She said, greetings from Florida. Greetings, greetings. Thank you for being here, my sister. She said, I love your intro and outro music. Thank you so much. Let me tell you, that's something to get the show going. You know what I'm saying? I got to tell the folks, it's time. Y'all know what time it is? It's time to have a good time. It's time to be inspired. It's time to be uplifted. It's time to be encouraged. It's time to, get ready for Friday. But you're getting ready here with me and some great people tonight, y'all. So welcome in. Those of you who are watching on Instagram, you may be watching on YouTube, you may be listening in on Vegas Praise Radio, and then you may be on the podcast, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, wherever y'all coming in from. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Has anyone taken time out to tell you thank you for something that you've done? I'm not just taking this lightly. I mean it, y'all. Week after week, I would not have a show if you did not show up to show love. So, thank you. Now, let me tell you something. I called my goddaughter today. Shout out to Samaj, who has my middle name. That's my little baby, Samaj, and I just wanted to tell her happy birthday because her birthday is today. And she began to encourage me. She was like, God, Mom, thank you for calling me. I love you so much. And I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. I said, girl, don't get me all sentimental before tonight. I'm already excited about tonight's show. But do you know what it means to not even know sometimes that people are watching and that you encourage and inspire them? You got to move according to what you're called to do, in the way that you're supposed to do it, like no one's watching, but someone is watching you. Someone is being inspired by you. Someone is being blessed by your very presence, by just a smile on your face. So keep smiling. Keep encouraging others. Keep living. Keep loving. And let's get ready for tonight, okay? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm excited. These brothers are excited too, okay? So let me just give them a proper introduction. Tap on in, y'all. Tap on in, because tonight is special. Again, two brothers, both drummers, both walking in purpose. Let's talk about Ronnie first, okay? So Ronnie is a coach at Mojave High School, founder of the women's semi-pro team, Las Vegas Empress. He's also the creator and leader of the Gifted Youth with Purpose Gospel Choir. He's an ordained elder who's real and also known as the Turn Up King. How about that? He shared his gift with artists like Kiara Sheard, Donnie McClurkin, and recently the Alvin Ailey Company. For him, it's about living out purpose loudly through ministry, music, and impact. Now, let's talk about Jimmel, okay? His brother Jamel, he's also a drummer whose journey has connected him with artists like Dorinda Clark, Tone, also known as B. Slade, Boys to Men, and so many more. But beyond the music, he's grounded in ministry, you all, and brings a perspective shaped by growth, discipline, and answering the call on his life. Up next, you all, you are in for a treat. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Keep watching Talented Thursdays for Ronnie and Jimmel. Keep watching.
I don't think they're ready for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got, the talent that we have. It's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. If you feel alive. Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, y'all. Go ahead and give me a drum roll out there. You know how we do. Oh, and I got the drummers in the house. Give it up for none other than Ronnie. Come on to the stage, and Jimmel.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Hey, my brothers. How are you all doing?
Great. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, don't y'all get on here being all quiet with me tonight. We're about to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. I am so excited, y'all, to have these brothers here tonight. Again, you know, they are so talented. And before we dive in, you know, I ain't going to tell you too much about them because I want them to rep their city. So each of you are going to have to rep your city. Are you ready? I mean, y'all could decide who go first. I ain't even gonna decide who go first.
He's the oldest, so he go ahead.
There we go.
You go first since I'm the oldest.
No, you go.
They pulling rank. Yes,
Oldest.
indeed. One of y'all, tell me what's one of the best things about your city.
I'm from the Viva, Las Vegas. One of the best things about our city is I would say the shows. You got a lot of shows that you can go to. A lot of people are getting residencies out here. So that's one thing, you know, it gives it more of a culture, you know, and there's a lot of other things, you know, popping up that gives us more of a culture. So I would say the shows.
Absolutely. I love it. Ronnie?
The fact that we can be up and have somewhere to eat after 10 o'clock. we don't close too much, so it's always something to do. And it's not just weekend, it's every day of the week. You can find something to do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and of course everything gets to popping on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But it's always something to do. It's always, you know, activity. I hate visiting places because everything closed so early. Like, what's wrong with everybody?
Yes, they going to bed. Look, and Vegas just getting started.
Yeah.
You are right about that. I love it. Look, Jimmel said, you know, it's the culture. And Ronnie said, honey, I get to eat. How about that? That's good stuff, y'all. So you are originally from Vegas. And so, you know, when people come to Vegas, they're like, so if I'm coming to Vegas, then what am I going to do with my kids? What am I going to do? What do kids do in Vegas? Do you guys live on the strip? You know, they're asking us all those crazy questions, right? So you all are natives of Las Vegas. Tell me, what are some of the things that you all would do growing up?
Bowling, go bowling a lot, movies. Um, you have sports events, high school sports events, and different things like that. So it's more than this. I had friends that didn't even know Vegas had churches.
Ain't that bananas?
So we had to let them know, like, it's a lot more to Vegas than the strip, my brothers.
Yes, indeed.
I remember we went to New York and our cousin was like, do y'all live in hotels? Like, no, bro. It's like it's like outside. But growing up, we had other stuff like Wet and Wild was popping. I missed the Wet and Wild when it was on the strip. You know, that's when Circus was really something. It's still around, but it's not like it used to be. Crystal Palace, all of Crystal Palaces used to be fun skating and like he said, bowling. That's a shout out to the Texas host. It's not there no more, but
I
you know,
know. It's
Texas
like the
was there.
tea.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, indeed. See, so there are things to do in Vegas. So y'all bring the kids. I want to acknowledge some people who are in the room. Again, I said Charlene Carla is tapping in from Florida. I also have Songbird 25 who said happy birthday to my goddaughter. So happy birthday again, Samaj.
That's our
But
sister.
also, look, she said, yay, my brothers. There you are. Yes, indeed. I have a Stella John. She is an artist out of Washington State. She said, he said, eat. I know that's right. And she can cook. So she like, I got you too. Okay. And also she said, the strip is deep. There is so much to do. Vegas is bringing so many different things right now, all types of sports teams as
Yeah.
well. So we're going to get into some of those things. But before I do, and before my phone start blowing up with those who are not from Vegas and don't know y'all, let me just tell them, Jimmel is married. Raise your hand, Jimmel. And Ronnie, I don't know, Ronnie, are you open to dating right now?
Yeah, I'm single. Yeah, no, I'm single. Yeah.
All right. So hey, look, y'all could go ahead and send No, I don't know how I want to do it. Ronnie, I'm telling y'all. Have the handsome men on the show, I always get a text message or something. So I wanted to make it clear up front, okay? One is taken, ladies, and one not, okay? So we gotta move forward. You all have several siblings, and we tried to get your brother on here today, and he was booked and busy, as you all often are. So I'm like, I was grateful to get the Thomas Banks family on here. So shout out to Josiah, who
Yes,
is
sir.
doing his thing tonight, who's also a musician. And then I know your sister, Buppy, who has Jamia, excuse me, who has a I'm like, Lord, who has a beautiful voice, and I want to know, where did the music originate in your family? Because you have other siblings as well, of course, but those are the ones that I know personally. But music, where did it come from in your family?
My mom
uh,
prayed for me.
Okay, talk
My
about
mom
it.
prayed for me. So when the musician Liberace died, I think I was born on that day that he passed away. And
Mm,
she prayed that I would have his musical talents without all the other extra flaws and stuff. So
yeah.
that's kind of where it come from, with me. Is it started with my mom praying over me.
I love that. I love that. Let me see. Songbird said they can email her. Okay, Songbird, I hear you. You hear that, ladies? Their sister said email her. Okay.
uh,
I have Nayetta on here, and she said, I
oh,
know them
Netta.
boys. Oh,
Netta.
Netta,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. She said, I know them boys. Hey. Estella is cracking up. She said, God's handsome creation. Okay.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
um
indeed. So go ahead,
Oh,
Ronnie.
I was gonna say, to answer your question, like both of our parents have background in music. My mom was a singer or sings, and pops was playing the drums when he was little. He didn't go as deep, into music as we did, but he was definitely that little boy on the drums, keeping the one and two and three and four. And mama was
Okay.
wrecking Las Vegas, singing Jesus could work it out. So I think that's like the
Come
essence. Of it.
on.
But then just he was the oldest, so we watching him, me and Josiah specifically, watching him play, and like he was young playing behind the drums, like at Church of Lord Jesus. And so
Yeah.
we coming up watching him play, and then uh, I think if Joe is here, he'll say he got tired of us trying to wait. So he ended up picking up the organ, and then that took him to playing 13 different instruments. But yeah, I just think, and my
Wow.
sister was always a singer, so I think it's just one of them gifts that God dropped and just made it a family thing.
Absolutely. That is beautiful. So, look, I remember a few years back, your dad had a birthday party and we sang like some old school songs. You remember that
Absolutely.
concert that we did? So let's talk about Saturday mornings. Again, you got this big family that you all are musical. You know, you got the musicians, you got the singers, and you're doing Saturday morning cleanup, right? So tell me some of the music that was flowing through the house. Y'all got to tell me who you heard.
So
It
before we go
was
to that, the
Okay,
Saturday mornings was a straight cleanup. We was up in the morning exercising.
let's go.
We was up in the morning
Okay.
at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, doing jumping jacks, going to the park, and then coming and cleaning up. But you can answer Jamel, but that's how it
um
started.
in the 90s, it was the Winans.
Mm-hmm.
Like my pops put me on to the Winans, and I just been there ever since. Fred
Yes.
Hammond, Kirk Franklin, Isley Brothers, Frankie Beverly and the Mays, um, pretty much your typical old school mixed with
Yeah.
your gospel at that time. So that's how it was, back in the 90s when he first started pastoring,
Right,
96.
right. In
So,
96. Okay.
yeah,
So it's been a minute that he's been
yeah.
pastoring, but I knew that there had to be all types of music in your household because you all have such, a musical ear for sure. So let's see. Talking about pastoring, you all grew up as what they call PKs, right? Pastors' kids. So, what are some of the challenges that you faced, but also some of the beautiful things about being a PK?
I like the fact that, for me personally, I like the fact that my parents weren't normal preachers and like they weren't the typical pastor and first lady. They. I remember one thing my dad taught us real young was like God can't be taught; He can only be experienced. And so He let
Mm,
us make our mistakes. He was there to show us grace and to be there to guide us. But so growing up as a PK wasn't too like difficult for me. That's my point of view. Like I love the fact that my where family is close, so we
mm-hmm.
was we was always there for each other. But that's the benefit of it. So like we learned and grew from each other. But the downfall is, of course, you being put on a platform that nobody told them nobody to put us on. They people expect us to live lives that they wouldn't even put on themselves to live. So
Right.
that's it's always that we're always that fish bowl. I mean that fish in that bowl. Our life is
Mm-hmm.
publicized. You see everything about us, and the difficult part is not being able to say nothing. Like we close, so we be trying to protect each other and ride for each other. And man, I can't even say nothing at this moment. That was the
Right.
difficult part, but I love the way we grew up because it made us be able to be transparent and be what pastors are or what ministers and everything is supposed to be, and that's influential. So I just love the way our family dynamic was to not be as sheltered and you know like these other pastors and to make them talk crazy about us like they do everybody else.
I
That's
hear
my
you. I hear you. Jamel, you have anything on that?
Sure, I would say the difficult thing is the expectations.
Mm,
They place unfair expectations
Mhm.
on us, and people don't want to give preacher kids the same grace that they want God to give them.
Correct.
And
mm,
so with that, it's kind of tough because you're always under a microscope, you're always being watched. And for us, it was like nobody taught my parents how to do this. Like it was
Correct.
just a call from God, them stepping out on the call and following God, and then we're learning as we go,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're just in
right.
here and we learn like what is the manual of what a preacher kid should be like. It's not really a manual for the pastoring, for the first lady, for the kids. So you have to learn as you go because the dynamics are different for each group of pastors and each group of families. So we were learning as we went through, and it was very unfair because the unfair expectations,
Correct.
they put you under the microscope, and they just want you to be perfect, right?
Right.
Then they realize like, oh, they're the worst kids, but who
Hmm.
kids were we with? Who
We
kids were
act
we
like
hanging with?
y'all kids.
To so we were with y'all kids.
Right.
It was your kids that probably influenced us,
Hmm.
Wow.
because most of my experiences I was exposed to other stuff by other people. It wasn't like I was the one like try this, try this. I wasn't that type, but it was
Right.
y'all kids that the preacher kids was with. So give that same grace to the preacher kids that y'all want for y'all kids and yourselves. The
Correct.
the best
Absolutely.
the best experiences is the fellowships that we had, the kids coming over to stay the night at our houses, and us going places and just having the ones that really rock with us.
Right.
Like those were
Right.
the fun times, that it was so fun. All the late night acting a fool at my dad house. So people would come to the house for fellowship, and me and my brother would just be menaces. First one go to sleep, we throw flour on their face.
Oh my
You know,
goodness.
we put water up their nose while they sleep, and
Y'all
so
pranking.
those,
Being kids.
yeah, we having so much fun, and
Yeah.
those are the things that really stood out to me is like that fellowship.
Yeah, it's good to hear from a PK perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like you said, you all are in a fishbowl. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is watching you. It's always, oh, they're bad, all of those things, the PKs, they're bad, and all of this. So to say, hey, it was some of your kids. It was some of your
Right.
kids that was teaching us how to be bad and where they get it from. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So yes, indeed. We have our Money Lowry in the
My
building.
boy.
Hey,
What's
my
up, brother?
brothers. Yes,
Insert
indeed.
his name for me. He know what that means. Insert your name or
Uh-oh,
money.
insert that long name. That's what I'm guessing it is, okay?
Absolutely. His
Y
nickname.
yes, and Shabetta, is it Shabetta Reed? She said, "Hello, friends.
Hey,
Hello,
hey.
hello.
We know the
Thank you
reason.
for
Hi
joining
there.
in." Absolutely. Thank you all for joining in on the conversation tonight. Again, I am speaking with Ronnie and Jimmel, brothers from the same mother, okay? And they got something to say on tonight. Such a beautiful family. And Armani said, "Don't start." That's what he said,
He
Ronnie. He
knew.
said, "Don't you
You know
start,"
what's up.
okay? Yes, indeed. So every Thursday at 7 p.m., I want you all that are watching and that are new to pull up and make sure that you follow, tell someone about Talented Thursdays. Each week, I am bringing you talented artists with a story to tell to inspire you and uplift you. And I have some great people coming that y'all don't want to miss. So I'm telling you, and we having a good time tonight. Tonight, I'm having a great time. So let me say this. I spoke with both of you separately, not at the same time. Can y'all verify that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Because I tried to get them at the same time, y'all, but it wasn't at the same time. So I spoke to them separately and I asked them both the same question, which was, what was one of the biggest hurdles that you've had to overcome in your life? I spoke to them separately, but they both gave me the same answer, which was me and myself. But that's still the same answer to me. Okay. Me and myself. So, with that being said, is that something that you all have been ready to answer? Or is that your truth and you're so connected in heart that y'all feel the same way? Tell me what that answer even means.
You want to go first, or you want me to go?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll go. So, growing up in our household and just the things that we're involved in, we are very stern on, how can I put it, correction, if for a lack of a better word. So we are
Hmm.
always honest with each other, especially me because I'm the youngest. So I couldn't. Every time I thought I was getting better at something, it's like, no, you need to do this, need to do this. So it's not a. We weren't trained to say that answer, but we were raised to be aware. Understand
Mm,
like we have life. And life happens.
yeah.
So you have to take accountability for some of the stuff that you've done. And so, again, just going through our experiences, and once you understand, like, okay, all of this stuff has the same thing in common. What do we have in common? Is me. So
Right.
you have to, once you get over yourself, and I think I said it while I was talking to you, going through the stuff that I went through. Like I understood it's me. Like I didn't have like I'm gonna tell you them like I told you. I didn't have the drug addictions. I'm not addicted to alcohol. I'm not addicted to sex. None of that. But I
Hmm.
had self doubt. That was and kind of sometimes is my biggest thing, because I have talented brothers, because I have talented sisters, and because my family's well known, and the things I do, I have a brother that does it, and they do not just do it, but they're good at it and they're known for doing
Yes.
it. And so I just so happen to have the same talent, try to pursue it. And then it's automatically like, yo, once I finally did get comfortable with myself, there's the comparison. That's little Jimmy, or that's Josiah, or you can't do that like Josiah, or you're not Jimmy, you can't do that, or you're not this person. So I just had to continue to overcome me because of self-doubt. And so
Yes.
and it's funny that I never would have thought his answer was the same, but to talk about the
Wow.
connection part, it wasn't on purpose. And I told him this like a couple times, especially at his recent wedding. I'm like, I didn't try to follow your life. Like I didn't pursue basketball because you pursued it. I pursued drums because you pursued it. I'm just passionate about it. But the way our lives is going, it looks like, I'm mirroring him and with the things that we do with like playing basketball, how far we went with basketball, now in playing drums, and now ministry. So it's just I guess that's my brother that I'm connected to. It's 7 of us, so we all got that brother bond.
Yeah.
And it was me and Joe like this, and it was him and Aaron, but it's all different facets to where we kind of see where the connection is, and that's what kind of has me and him bonded. So great answer, bro.
Yes, indeed. I have two moms on here right now. My mom put her comment in. She said PKs are people too. They have to be taught in all areas, spiritual and natural.
That's
And I
right.
also have your mom on here. She said I tried to get Ronnie to learn how to play that bass. Okay.
Hey, mom, she definitely did. She was on my head about it.
Yes, indeed. She said, my boys. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to you,
Yeah,
Lady
man.
Thomas, as well.
That's
You
my
know,
heart.
yes, my mom is too. Moms are blessings, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Especially when they know the Lord. It's like, thank you, Jesus, that I had a mama that know Jesus for real, for
Right.
real.
Bring that back
Yeah.
up later on in the show, because it's some stories about that lady right there. Boy.
Okay. Yes, indeed. She
Stories
said,
about that
hey,
lady.
I love y'all. Yes, indeed. I have Navell Davis. He is a musician out of Tacoma, Washington, producer, songwriter, singer. He does it all, y'all.
Oh
And
yeah.
thank you so much for being here, my friend, for passing through. I also have, is it Kenya Zimmerman? Hello, Kenya. Thank you for tapping
Hey, Kenya.
in. Thank you so much for tapping in tonight. So, let me see. Both of you can give your respective stories. When did you first realize that drums would be your instrument? Because I've tried it. There's some female drummers, right? And I could keep a beat pretty good, but we didn't go to like three on one hand and two on the other, or you know what I'm saying? I can't do it. So when did y'all realize I got this?
I was I was already doing it when I realized it was for me. I started at 3 years old, right?
Wow.
Just at church, playing on the drums, after the other drummers, and I didn't even have an understanding of what was happening, but I was doing it. And so when I got older, that's when I was like, you know what, I'm pretty good at this. Like, let me keep
Yes.
going and keep going. It was a God given gift. So my attitude was like, I go to church to give back the gift that God gave me. That was the attitude at first. Wasn't about salvation. It wasn't about anything other than giving back the gift that God gave me. And
Hmm.
so I really didn't realize it until I was already doing it that this is it.
You like this it. I found
Yeah.
it. What
Yeah.
about you, Ronnie?
Um, I was a little bit older. Like I was banging on pots and pans and stuff when I was younger. He was on the actual drum set when he was 3. I was just busting lampshades and pots and pans and stuff. But
Right.
I didn't really realize. We would consistently go to the church all the time. But once I was like middle school, that's when I kind of like noticed how the difference between like being good and just being able to play.
Hmm.
I stole a solo my 8th grade year.
You just like boom, boom, ta,
Yeah,
ta,
I
ta.
just stole it. We was playing. I'll never forget. We was playing Secret Agent Man, and
Oh,
Yeah, secret agent, man. I just stole a solo because you go bump,
yes,
bump, 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 but and I've been practicing every summer, so I'm feeling like I'm
yes.
like that. That's when Shed In had first came around, so I'm like I'm really like that. I stole a solo. It was the dean at the time from Las Vegas Academy. That's a performing arts school. They were sitting right in front of my parents, and they had a conversation. And so that's another story because I could have went to Gorman and LVA, but me
Wow.
being but they talked about me then. So I didn't start taking it serious until high school when we started Royal Nation. That's when I got deeply embedded in music, and then he was playing at a couple different churches. So I didn't really start knowing how good I was until teenage years. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this question, I'm going to like put a, what do you say? Like a little saying before I even ask the question. Okay. And this part is not for you. It's for people. So I am asking them this question and they will answer off the top of their heads. So do not take it personal. Charge it to their heads and not their hearts. Again, charge it to their heads and not their hearts if they don't say your name. Okay. Now, gentlemen, y'all are Las Vegas natives. Tell me who are some of the singers and musicians that you feel people can learn from and also need to have in their playlist. You see how I prefaced the question for y'all?
yeah,
So you ain't got to be nervous if you miss somebody. Okay.
yeah.
Um, which one we want to start with? Singers?
You could start wherever you want to. You could start with the singers. You could start with musicians. Who does the people need to have in their playlist or learn from?
Let's start. Musicians will be easier, so we'll start with Terry.
Terry
Hey,
Wesley. I know we were gonna say the same.
Terry Wesley, Vajon
Dejan
Hill,
Hill,
Damian
Damian,
Hall.
uh,
Um, I would even say Greg Hall, man.
Greg Hall. Yes,
Greg Hall. We
absolutely.
need to
Yes.
get him. That's the drum side.
David Blakely, of
Ooh.
course. James
And
get
I would say Anthony Burns now. He's moved to Vegas. He's not a native,
yeah,
but you gotta
Okay.
have Burns in there, and that's on drums and
yeah,
keys.
and Keith,
And
Wow.
keys. Then you
Joe
have
Piggies, RJ,
Joe, Joe Piggy,
Yes.
RJ. You have, of course, Josiah.
Josiah,
You have Armani and them doing their thing coming
Armani
up.
Tay. They
Yeah,
stepping up.
Mike.
Mike
Yeah.
Radford.
Y'all
Oh
hear all
man.
these names? Listen, listen. So, this is for like up and coming musicians, but also lovers of music, right? Because
Absolutely.
sometimes we are called to do things or we want to do something and we don't even know where to go. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, I can use myself for example. When I started doing Talented Thursdays, it was like, who do I go to walk me through this, to guide me through this, to, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know where to go. I was looking to people, but it was like, that's not the right area. They don't necessarily do that per se. So, these are people that you are saying are skilled, that have the skills, that up and coming, because there's little Jimmels and little Ronnies that are coming up now, right? It's the 3 year olds and the 8 year olds and the
Yeah.
15 year olds that
Yeah.
want to learn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you all mentioned, those names, of course.
Lloyd. Can't forget
Yes,
Yeah.
Lloyd.
yes,
DJ.
indeed.
DJ, D flat major. It's like, and that's just musicians. We haven't even got to the singers yet. So, uh,
Absolutely. Wow. Let's see. The songbird said Candace Moore. Yes, indeed.
Definitely Candace.
Gifted youth with purpose.
we talk
Yes, yes,
about
yes.
it.
And Lady Thomas said, wonderful concept. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. So yeah, did
Yeah,
you all want to go to singers? Let's
we
hear
can.
it.
It's a plethora.
Oh man.
Okay.
Let me start. Let me get it out. Let me get my bag out. Okay,
Ronnie said,
so
let me go. I'm
yeah,
first this
because
time.
listen, and I'm not saying this just because it's my group, but I have a very, 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 very great talented group of singers that make me sing better than what I am. That's why we so fluent. Oh yeah, Jaden plays drums too. Yeah, Jaden is killing on drums for sure.
Wow.
But singers is I got to go in order. Kelsey Smith, Camille Smith, DeAndrea, his daughter Maya can sing her butt off.
Wow.
Marcus Weathersby, Jonathan Miller, Dre Woods.
Yes.
Then you got Aja Hawkins. You got Aria Gaston, and they whole group. My boy Matt Sims. Um,
Wow.
wow, it's. I'm just trying to. Oh my
So
good.
many names, I got to
Yeah,
throw
that's
Chimney
just
in the hat
surface.
as
Chimney,
well,
Chimney
Chimney.
Whitfield, yes.
Yes.
She said Candace Boyd, because Ray John's wife is now out here.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yes. A
I'm gonna
whole
stop because
beast.
I'm gonna let him. Yeah, it's more, but it's some more.
Okay,
Uh,
Jamel, go ahead.
There's
you definitely got to put Uncle Ken Young in
Uncle
there.
Ken,
Yes, indeed.
You got to
Katrina
put
Reese,
Antone,
and Tone
Trina,
Dotson.
um, Jamia.
I was gonna save her for last, but my sister
you
absolutely.
got
Oh
you got to put who else do I look? Serena Henry.
yes,
Yes.
Um,
Look, me and Ronnie
uh,
like, yes, sir.
yeah, you got to put Serena Henry in there.
his
You
kiss, like just
Kiss.
thing with
Uh,
Wu Tang.
And the
uh,
list goes on, right, y'all?
It's
yeah, I
The
so
just
list
drew a
goes
it's
blank
just
on
with my
and on.
boy.
And that's
I
yeah.
why I
just
put
drew a
it out
blank.
there,
It's
because
crazy.
there are so many people, like you said, that are talented. And that's another reason for this platform, because not everyone is able to play on the strip. Not everyone makes it to the very, top, but everyone that has a gift needs to be celebrated.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
everyone has a story, right? And
Yeah.
so those names that he mentioned, if you all have a story, come see me too. I love talent. I love people, and sometimes we've known people forever and we still don't know their story. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
Like literally, I've known y'all probably since I've been in Vegas and I've been here forever. And I was like, but are y'all Vegas natives too? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a
Yeah.
crazy question. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, we learn things about people when we take time to converse and really, have platforms like this where we can sit down and ask the questions. Ronnie, I saw you raising that finger like you're
Because
in church. What you want to
because
say?
it's a couple sleepers. Like I was really gonna try to save my sister for last, because
Hmm.
it's a lot of kept secrets. I said the Hawkins, like Ashley is a part of that. Crystal,
Yeah.
Wesley, um, Darielle Worthy. She is
Yes.
like everybody sleep on her and her sisters. They
Yeah.
all sound great together. But my sister
And their
is like,
mom. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, Cynthia Tom. Oh my God. Yeah, we're not even gonna
Yes.
get into the OGs, but my sister is probably one of the best kept secrets, and I'm not saying that just because it's my sister, but we
Hmm.
gonna get her to work, and trust me, we gonna put her out there. But she
Yes,
is.
indeed. I love it. Love it.
I
Love the
had to say that.
family.
I'm sorry. I had to get that out. So
Yes, indeed. Look, this your show tonight, okay? I'm just hosting it. We want to hear from the boys tonight, okay? I got the boys in the building. So, let me see. Jamel, you've shared the stage again with Tone, who's now known as B Slade, at an early age. Dorinda Clark, and so many other talented singers and musicians, some that you have just named, both mainstream and independent. I recently found out that Boys to Men was your first concerts. And later
Mhm.
on, you got the opportunity to work with them. How did that come
yeah.
about? Tell me about that experience. What did it feel like? Talk about it.
So I kind of got tricked into it. Um, the the Boys to Men, we were the house band for a place called BB King's in the Mirage, and
Mm,
Boys to Men was coming to the Mirage, and they needed a band, and so my guy Nate Holloman got the call about it, and he tricked me. He just sent me this text and was like, "I sent you an email. Learn the music. Come to this." I think he said rehearsal, right? Because this is like 2013. 2012 through 2013. So he's like, come to rehearsal, learn the music, and that's that. And I'm like, okay.
wow.
So I didn't know I was going to an audition. So I
Oh
see
my
all these
goodness.
people, and I'm like,
What's
okay. So
happening?
yeah, they brought us in groups, had us play, the same three songs. And so at the end of it, we're just sitting around, and a guy by the name of Rex Salas comes out, and this I never heard of him before, but he's Reby Jackson's husband, and
Wow.
he I think he wrote "End of the Road" or
Mm.
one of the slow ballads. He wrote it, and so he comes out and was like, "Yeah, I'll call you guys tonight to let you know who made what." And then he called me at like 10 o'clock and was like, "Hey, yeah, you made it. You don't have a lot of experience, but you made it. So we got a drummer in front of you that have more experience." And it was Terry Wesley.
Oh,
And
wow.
so the next phone call I got was from Terry. And Terry was
Yes.
like, "Yeah, bro, I just want you to
The
know
deep
that
voice.
if you would have got that job over me, I'd have been fine." And I'm like,
Ah,
bro, I'm just ecstatic to even be in the same conversation. So that's how the Boys to Men came about. It was through the Mirage, and we were the house band for BB King's in the Mirage. So it was me, Josiah, a guy Nate Holloman, and it was a
Grant.
couple more.
Grant
Grant
Garland.
didn't
wow.
go.
Oh, he didn't
Yeah,
go?
Grant didn't go. No, Grant didn't audition, but we were the ones that went to audition. So that's how
Yeah,
the Boys to Men thing came about.
I love that. I often say that God makes my dreams come true. And he
Yeah,
does that, right? A lot
yeah,
of people that I grew up watching and such, I've had the opportunity to meet or, talk with, and it's nobody but God. Cause I'm like, I'm
yeah,
just Kim. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
On my platform, it's Kimberly Eichelle, but y'all know me as Kim. You
And
get what I'm
Kim.
saying? And so it's just like God has done so much. And I'm grateful for those types of experiences. Like you was just doing your job. And God
Yeah,
said, I got something a little bigger for you. I got
yeah,
something greater. Yeah, sprinkle.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's such a blessing. And then I also want to shout out Terry Wesley because he is such an awesome person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love Terry. He has a heart of gold. I remember when I had came out with my single, and thank you to Songbird. She said Kimberly Shell is another one. I don't sing as
Absolutely.
much as I used to. Thank you so much. But I was grateful because when I was promoting that song, Terry was in one of the bands that I was doing. I think it was around that I was using. Someone had called him and asked him to do it. First of all, okay, Terry Wesley about to come play for me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. And so at the end, I remember and he probably don't even want me to tell this story, but it's the truth. I remember paying the musicians at the end, and I ain't have much, y'all. I'm just a little, you know what I'm saying? But I paid them, each of them something. And Terry brought it back to me like, you good. You know what I'm saying? Who does that?
Yeah.
I was like, "Thank you."
Stand
You
up,
get
God.
what I'm saying? Yes,
Stand up,
indeed. Heart of gold. So I
Yeah.
definitely wanted to shout Terry out. Y'all, this time is flying. Can y'all believe we are 40 plus
Yeah.
minutes in? We gonna have still, a good time in the few minutes that we have left. I have Kenny Martin, Hookhead Music, is checking in. He
Nah.
said,
Kenny,
send in
what's up,
northern.
bro?
How you
Yes,
doing,
send
Ronnie,
Kenny?
in
what's up, brother?
Northern Cali. Much love and respect to these brothers. Extremely gifted and classy men. I agree, Kenny. And thank you. Kenny has been a guest on the show as well. Another talented musician as
Yeah.
well as artist,
Artists,
so
yeah. Yeah.
all types of talent. So thank you, Kenny, for tapping in tonight. Let me see. Okay. I want to talk about. Oh, I had so many questions for y'all. Ronnie, let's talk to you for a few minutes before we go a different direction. Ronnie, you had the opportunity to work with some musical greats as well, such as Donnie McClurkin, Kiera Sheard. Music has taken you to many places as well, and you recently worked with the Alvin Ailey Company, which is a prestigious company that's been around for more than 60 years. How do you prepare for these type of occasions? How do
Um,
you prepare mentally, musically, all of those things? How do you prepare?
First of all, shout out to Carla Lewis because she did the praises what I do, and she chose me that year to
Nice.
play drums for Kiera. But the West Las Vegas Art Center Cultural Arts Center in Las Vegas. I've been around them in production for over the last 10 years. It was a random thing my friend Avery Walker got me into. So playing African drums is way different than playing like actual drum set. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
you just it's but to me the way I play drums is all a feeling. So how I prepare to do all these steps is my dad taught us something when I was younger playing sports. He said your preparation never comes from, and he taught this about ministry too. He said your preparation is what prepares you. It's not the stage. So your confidence should come from your preparation. So just
Yes.
having a strict brother like Josiah and Jimmel that didn't let me get away with doing all the foolish stuff that everybody else doing growing up. I played a
Yeah.
song, stay in the pocket, especially Josiah, him standing up on an organ, grabbing his pocket, making sure no matter how good the lick was, you play the music. It's a time and place for that.
Yeah.
So having that kind of discipline and structure growing up, it's easy to learn music. And me and Joe be arguing now because I know music better than him. I'll be telling him where to go. But just having that structure and being prepared, like that's where your confidence comes from. So just knowing it's never about the stage; it's about your preparation. To me, at least. So being able to be in that moment and understanding the purpose of the type of music you playing and just knowing your material. That's how to me. That's how I prepare.
Beautiful, beautiful. We have talked about music, you all. I want to transition just a little bit and talk about ministry because you both are ministers. And I want to know how that came about and even how music plays into that because you all have played at a million services at this point. Again, you grew up as PKs. Y'all probably done played for some of everybody in the city. And you've also gigged, right? So I want to talk about your ministry. And if we get a moment, just talk about the difference between church and musician ship as a minister or in ministry versus a gig. But first, tell me how y'all became ministers because both of y'all ordained. Let's talk about it. Wait, let me
uh,
say this. So, ladies, those that are trying to contact Ronnie, he's a minister. You hear me? Okay,
Lord.
let's move forward. Come on, y'all.
Ministry for me, it happened when I was young. My grandmother and my mom, my aunties, they used to call me Reverend Ike. I used to take the
Oh,
vacuum, the cord of the vacuum, and preach, right, and mock
yes.
all the preachers that come to the church. I used to mock them, right,
Still does a
and
great job at
so,
it, by the way.
and
He's still
so,
good at it.
Still good at
uh,
mocking people.
and so, so with that, I don't know. I think just starting to go through life, making bad decisions, right? And then um, when you make those bad decisions, people still see the call on your life, right? And you're going through this confusing maze of life, and
Mhm.
then you have an intervention with God, right? God comes in, and um, a man that I know wrote a book called Life
First inter-
Interruptions. My father wrote a book called Life's Interruptions,
Wow.
and I experienced it in jail. In jail
Mm,
is the first time I heard the voice of God. I was angry. I lost my grandmother, I lost my grandfather, and I lost my auntie. And I
mm,
was angry at the world, and I was just acting out. And God isolated me, put me in a place, and spoke to me. First time I've ever heard God's voice. I remember it like it was yesterday. And God began to answer questions, and it scared me because I didn't know what it was. And it was crazy because when they, at this time in the North Las Vegas jail, they would put you in there with a bunch of people,
mhm,
and everybody was asleep but me. For some reason, it was crazy. Everybody was asleep, and God began to speak to me. Then, after I get out of jail, the prophecies start coming back to back to back. You're going through this because you're gonna preach. You're gonna preach. You're gonna be a minister. You're gonna preach. You're gonna preach. Then you go and make more mistakes after the
yeah,
prophecies come, and then you start to really understand, you know, that God has his hand on you throughout all of that. He could have killed you. He could have allowed you to just rot in prison, but he brought you to a place for a reason. And when you understand your purpose in life, then now you begin to walk in it. So for me, I just started to understand my purpose. I started to understand, like, this is what my grandmother was saying. This is what
Mm-hmm.
my mom said. This is what my auntie said. Excuse me. And so now you just start to live in it. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect, because I still made mistakes after being a minister. I
Right.
still made wrong choices, after being a minister, but it still didn't change the call.
Oh, yeah.
God never changed his mind because I made bad choices. He never changed his mind because I made mistakes. And he kept his hand right on me. And once you realize that his hand is and God is there through it all,
Yeah.
you can't do nothing but change, and you hear the words about how God take you through things for a purpose. He'll take you through things for the call. And when you
Mm-hmm.
realize that, you be like, well, dang, maybe I am called, because he brought me through this. I've been hearing this. And then God always confirms his word, not just through the prophet. He'll come
Yeah.
and speak to you himself, right? When you make yourself available to hear God, he'll come talk to you and tell you exactly what he wants you to do. He'll tell you exactly why he left you here. He'll
Mm.
tell you why you didn't die in the car accident, why he
Yep.
didn't let you get caught doing what you were doing and you're supposed to be in prison. He'll tell you all these things. And so
Yeah.
once you get to that, you just really like, man, I'm called to do this. You know?
And I'm ready, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I
he
still
equipped you.
sometimes ask, are you sure,
Are
God?
you sure?
He
Positive.
like, I'm sure. And one thing that I love about God is through everything that you went through, Jamel, through the ups and downs. And like you said, I went to jail. I still messed up and all of those things.
Mm,
God is not intimidated.
right.
He is not intimidated by our mess ups. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, he knew you were going to mess up before you messed
Before
up.
you
You
did
get
it,
what I'm
right?
Right.
saying? So
Right.
it's like, I love when we see the Bible and hear that God is the author and the finisher of our faith. For me, our story is already written. We are
Yeah.
walking it out. No, we're not robots. You know what I'm saying? And we get to make decisions, but God knows the beginning to the end and the end to the beginning, So he was not intimidated by you doing whatever you were doing. He said,
Right.
I called you, and who I call, I equip. You know
Quick.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I love that you can share your story now and tell people, yeah, I messed up. I did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it also gives you a testimony to others. Because if we've never been through something, how can we tell somebody about what
Right.
God can really do?
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And so I
Yep.
love that. Thank you for sharing and thank you for being transparent because somebody needs to
Um,
hear that. Somebody
yeah.
that's watching needs to know that God can still touch their lives and save their souls no matter what they've been through, no matter how, life has been, that there is still a God who moves and can move and is in control.
That part.
Yeah.
Ronnie, when did you know? When did you
Um,
know this call was on your life and you had
so
to say, yes, Lord?
so my testimony is different. um, I prophesy. My calling and my gifting is to prophesy. I don't tell people that because people be getting all weird about the
Hmm.
prophetic and stuff. But I prophesied when I was 8 years old. I didn't know what I was saying. I was just saying it. I told this man, my mom is on here. She can attest to it. This lady who was my mom's adjutant at the time just walked into the office with my dad, and my dad was talking to a gentleman who wasn't even a member at the church. And I looked at him and said, "Y'all gonna get married?" I was like
Mm.
8, probably 10, something like somewhere around there. And they didn't even know each other. And I said it in front of everybody, and I said it, and I just walked off. And
Wow.
so I ended up being the best man when they did get married. And so it was like,
Bananas.
yeah. So I knew I had the gift, but then growing up being a PK, I'm like, man, again, talking about like seeing how people treat your parents, and like saying I'm a ride till the wheels fall off, and then the first time something happened, they out of there talking mess like we didn't help people, all types of stuff. So I didn't even want to deal with it. And so I was operating in my gifts every now and then, and I'm like, I don't want to be a preacher. Like I don't want to be. I want to be the farthest thing from a preacher. And so Honestly, my dad had us in ministers class when I was 16. We was taking a college course called the Church in the New Testament. It's a 9-month course, and
Mm.
I just so happened to pass it with a 96 when I was in high school because pops made us like I got kicked out of class for being late, so but passing that test qualified me to be a minister. Sidebar, my pops is not like everybody else that's just gonna let you become a minister because you want to be a minister. You got to qualify yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
so being that I passed that test, I had the title or whatever, but it was 2017. I had just got fired from Caesar's Palace for a dumb reason, all speculation. I was trying to get in the school district. I had just I didn't renew a lease on my apartment, and then I was just in a weird space. So I'm staying with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
The situation happened, so he being weird about what happened, and I'm like, yo, and so the way my character was set up, everybody knew I was a church boy. Everybody know like Ronnie, no matter what he doing, he gonna leave wherever he at for church and for his family. Like they already
Right.
knew. So in 2017, it was we every beginning of the year we either pray for 21 days or we fast. And so this
Mm.
particular year we was doing 21 days of prayer. And so we always pray that prayer like God, I want to do your will. God, I want you to use me. Da da da. And so this moment, like it was crazy. I remember laying down at the altar, my eyes closed, laying prostrate, and God hit me with two things. He was like, "You gave me 3/4 of your life. Everybody know
Mm.
this 3/4 thing, but the only thing you won't do to accept to be whole is preach." And I was like, "Dang." And so then after that, it's dark. My eyes is closed, and I just see an illusion. And so it's this one area getting bright while my eyes is closed, and everything else is dark. And he said, "This is the church. Everybody want to let their light shine in this one particular area when there's so much darkness." Because again, my character is different from everybody. I'm always hype. I'm always turned. I'm always ready to do something. So I'm like, God, you gave me
Right.
these characteristics for a reason. What does this have to do with ministry? So at the time I'm dealing with that. I know you called me to do this. And so it was just a struggle. So after God showed me that, I was like, yes, Lord. After I said yes, I got my own car by myself, like less than a month. After that, then I got my own spot and then
Yeah.
started Gift the Youth with Purpose and, start coaching, start winning championships. And so everything just kind of fell in place once I gave God a complete yes. And just like he said, it hasn't always been great and it's still not great. But because God knows who he chose, he's the God of grace and mercy. And the ordination happened because we went to school. Like I said, my pops don't play that. Like we just
Right.
don't do this just to do it. But we had to go to school and educate ourselves. And so that's how we became ordained elders.
Yes, indeed. Ministers, musicians, athletes, y'all got so much going for you. So talented and sweethearts, from the time that I met both of you, you all became like my brothers for sure. And I have seen you all grow over the years. Jimmel, like I said, we've had many conversations. Ronnie, I've seen you grow from boy to man. And, it's just a blessing that you all are moving in the direction that you are. And I just believe that there is more to come. Dr. Desron Marlowe
Uh,
Heron in the building. He said the bishop and the
what up,
pastor and the
Marlo?
bishop. Yes, indeed. Thank you for tapping in tonight, Marlo. So I want to say, I want to do something fun with you all before we go, but I want to do this first. I want to say you two are truly brothers. You know what I'm saying? Brothers in friendship, brothers in blood. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Brothers in heart. So this question is to both of you, but it's about each of you. So with that being said, Ronnie, what do you love about Jimmel? And Jimmel, what do you love about your brother Ronnie?
Oh man, it's plenty of things. Like I said, my life kind of mirrors his in so many ways. So what I love about him is his ability to be transparent. Him and my siblings never wanted. Again, me being the youngest, I have to include them because we're all close. But they never wanted me to make the same mistakes that they did. I always lived my life based off of observation. Anyway, I was looking at him like, all right, he did that. That'll work. That I'm not gonna do because that ain't no good. It didn't work for him. But
Yeah.
they didn't. Even, I don't know if they noticed that's how I was living my life. But him making sure that I don't fall in the same shadows in certain areas. Of course, some of the things that we went through was mirrored each other, but just the fact that he's very caring, like he people don't understand how his heart. He really has a heart for people. Like it
Yeah,
might come off different, but he really has a heart for not just people, but especially his family. And so he just wants to see the best for everybody, especially me. So I just love that how his passion for me and for the family and for everything is just so sincere. And so he'll do anything to make me for sure not fall in the bad ways, and he stay on me. And I like accountability, so I love that.
beautiful, beautiful. Jamel, what do you love about Ronnie?
I love the father that he is to my niece. I love that he did not fold under the pressure of being my little brother. Um, he didn't quit, and didn't he didn't really acquiesce to what people, wanted him to do. Um, I love the fact that he didn't fold under the pressure that I put him under as being
Mm-hmm.
my brother. The standard of what my little brother is supposed to be. It ain't hard. I'm yelling at you at these basketball games, and I'm ready to come out there and show you how to do what you need to do, and all. It's not easy. So
Yeah,
I love the fact that he just always keep a cool head and never fold under the pressure. So the booty, the way he loved my niece, him not folding under pressure, and him just always being there. For
absolutely.
he extends himself to everybody, and I tell him, you don't have to be all things to all men.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like how he's always there for everybody. One thing nobody can say about Ronnie in Las Vegas is that he don't support. He's at
Mm-hmm.
everything. Like I be telling him, you go to too much church. I don't need look.
Take a break.
I don't need all that church. I don't need to be at everybody's church. But he goes because he supports his people.
Yes.
I'm kind of the one that kind of stands off. I
Yeah,
support my people, but I don't let everybody in my circle. I don't let everybody around my family. So Ronnie's always there for everybody. And I want to tell Vegas, if you watching, show that same love back to him,
yes,
right? Not to his family, to him.
Mm,
Show up for the things that he does, the things that he put on, because he's there wasting his gas money, bringing his daughter or finding somebody to watch his daughter just to support y'all. And you can do the same thing for him.
that's real. I
mm,
appreciate
I
that.
love y'all. That was so sweet. That was so sweet. I don't know, a lot of times, even as siblings, we don't always get to tell each other. We know that we love each other, but we don't always get to put it into words like that. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And so I definitely know that you all care deeply about each other. And I was hoping that you would be able to just encourage one another and lift each other up. Ronnie being the little brother, of course, looking up to his older brother, and then the older brother to say, you know what? I'm glad that you're your own individual
Yeah.
too. That's such a beautiful thing. Let's see what your mom said. She said, yep, you ain't want to play the bass. I would have had
Still
a
on
whole
this base.
she said I would have had
Nobody
a whole
understand. Like
band.
she pulled me to the side so much. Like learn the bass, learn the bass. I'm like, man.
That is too funny. All right, y'all. So I want to do something fun before we go. Again, for those who have been watching, Ronnie Thomas, Jamel Banks, the brothers, talented, inspirational, encouraging. They have so many things, that they are able to share with the city of Las Vegas. And you all, like he said, support one another. A lot of times life be life, and you know what I'm saying? That's the truth. And so people don't know what's going on with others at times, but there are times when you can be there. And so during those times, just be there. Just be
Absolutely.
there. All right, y'all. So a rapid fire is gonna be quick. You know what I'm saying? So you get to say this or that. Okay. So I'm gonna give you some words. Now, Ronnie, you sing. So if you want to sing something when I name the
He
artist, you know what
sing.
I'm
He's a
saying?
praise and worship leader. He been hitting
Okay,
some runs
okay.
during praise and
So
worship. I'm
both
like,
of
sing,
y'all,
boy.
if you want to sing, you could just okay, so this is what I'm gonna say.
I got a
If
song.
you want to sing, when you give the answer of the person, just sing one of their songs. Okay. So we're gonna move this quickly, but it's gonna be fun, y'all. I got all types of questions for you. Y'all ready?
Absolutely. I think so.
Yeah.
All right, all right, here we go. Ty Tribbett or Kirk Franklin?
Ty Tribbett.
You got a song by him?
Ty Tribbett. Lord, I need you to keep me. Woo, that's just
Okay,
one
that's your song right
song,
now.
man.
I love it. Jonathan McReynolds or Molly Music?
Mm.
Jonathan. Jonathan.
Jonathan. Okay. Ronnie, who you
I
got?
gotta go with Jonathan.
He like, I'm
I
quiet on
can't
this one.
make a
I'm quiet.
decision on this one.
Okay, I got you. Travis Green or Chandler Moore?
Chandler.
I
Chandler.
gotta go Travis. I gotta go
Okay.
Travis. I gotta go Travis.
Chandler.
We gonna do some songs. Take Me to the King or Break Every Chain.
Neither one of them.
I knew somebody was gonna say
Neither
that.
one of them.
Break the chain and take it to the king. Get them
And
all
Yeah,
out
take
of
it to him.
here.
both of them.
I'm
Y'all done.
tired.
You
Truth is,
deserve
I'm
it.
tired.
Oh,
Truth
truth
is,
is,
I'm tired of both of those songs.
yes, indeed. Look, you deserve it or intentional.
You deserve it.
You deserve it.
Intentional.
Okay.
Intentional.
What?
Intentional for
Intentional for
you.
you?
Okay, okay. Here we go. And I feel like I know what Jimmel gonna say because it's tonight. Clark sisters or the Winans?
Oh
Winans.
yeah. Right.
Yes, indeed. I love the Winans,
Winans.
y'all. And
No,
just
no, we
listen.
love
Yeah.
the Clark sisters. They are very
Oh yeah,
historical.
I love
They
them
are.
both, but the
I don't love them
Winans,
like I love them whinings.
He is a
Jamel
Bishop
said, I'm
Mark.
keeping it
He's
real.
listen. He still be pulling out them Marvin Wine and runs. That's what I'm telling you. He been killing lately in worship.
I love it. I love it. I'm not mad at you. It was the lyrics of the Winans for me. Okay. Those lyrics get you every
Every
time.
time.
And then
Yeah.
they could sing on top of it. So, Jamel, I'm with you. I love the Clark sisters too.
Whining.
But
Yeah.
for me and my
The
house,
Winans.
Wine.
The
the
wine.
Winans.
Sure.
Yeah.
Todd Delaney
Definitely.
or William Murphy?
Todd.
Todd.
Okay, both of y'all went with Todd. Okay, okay. Now, this is a question because y'all are drummers. Which would make you, I don't know how to ask it. Y'all know because you drummers, okay? I'm trying to talk fast. Broken stick during the song or your pedal acting up? Which one would you choose? If you had to have one, which one would it be? A
Break the
broken
stick.
stick?
Broken stick.
I
Yeah.
could
Broken
play with
stick.
one stick.
Yeah. You play one. Or you
Okay,
can just flip
okay.
it.
Or flip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flip the stick.
No sound check or bad monitor mix?
No sound check.
No sound check.
You say you need that monitor. I need to hear what everybody doing. Playing soft the whole service or finally just getting to go off like Ty
Playing
Tribbett
soft.
style. Playing
He
Playing
soft.
goes.
Okay.
soft.
See, he's smooth. I knew he was gonna choose it. Everybody knew I was gonna choose play loud. I got. We're here to feel. You gotta feel that. You gotta feel them drums, man.
Ronnie said,
Him
look,
and Terry smooth, like them the cool cats. Like
yeah, yeah. Jamel said, I'm just going, play
he's
soft during the
smooth.
service.
Yeah.
Click track or no click track?
Click.
Okay,
It
okay,
don't matter,
Ronnie.
but if preference click track, you always prefer a click track, but
Okay. I got you. Y'all like, let me see. Now this could be difficult because, with musicians, everybody got to get their schedule together. So this question, learning songs on the spot or last minute rehearsal?
I hate rehearsals. I'm gonna learn this song. Don't put me in a rehearsal. I don't got a
Don't put
patience
me in
for rehearsal.
there.
I don't mind rehearsals. I don't mind rehearsals. I don't want to mess up, but if I
Yes.
had to choose, learning the song on the spot. I
Learning
don't
it
mind
on the
rehearsals though. I
spot.
love rehearsals.
All right,
I
all right. I am so glad to have had you all here tonight. It has been amazing. I have had fun. You all have been inspirational, and I feel the love, like I really feel the love. And I know that everyone who's watching and listening does too. Your sister said animal on the drums. Okay.
That's him though. That's the crazy part. That's his nickname.
Animal.
That's his nickname.
Yes, indeed. Before we go, y'all, what lesson or scripture would you like to give to someone who may be watching who is still dreaming of becoming who God wants them to be? What lesson or scripture would you give?
Man.
The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Thy word is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our pathways. You still dreaming about following God? Those who are led by the Spirit, they are the sons of
Sons of
God.
God.
You just remember that, let God's word lead you and guide you, direct your path. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. So just remember, let God order your steps. Let him lead you. Let him guide you. He'll lead you in the path of righteousness for his name's sake.
Mm-hmm.
He over there
Yes.
pulling my dad. He didn't chose like 4 scriptures and just talking. Um, I want to be specific though.
Ronnie is crazy. Okay.
I want to be specific. Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of His righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. I know we kind of use that as a cliche, but when you really put God first,
Mm-hmm.
is everything just seems like it's dropping in your lap. So if you seek His kingdom first and all His righteousness, everything that you want, everything that you desire, He said in His Word He'll give you the desires of your heart. But we have to first seek Him and acknowledge Him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Kenya said yes. Yes, indeed, Kenya. On that note, any last words, guys, before you go? I also want you to share where people can follow you, how they can support you. Ronnie, again, you got so many things going. I don't know how many hats you got. He be having all kinds of hats on his head. I got the choir over here. I started this choir over there. I'm the coach. I got the team. Look, Ronnie out there doing his thing, and Jimmel is family man, minister, musician, doing so much as
Bishop,
well.
pastor.
Bishop, yes, indeed. Come on in the room. Look, Ronnie say, let me go on into this horn because he ain't gonna toot his own. Ronnie like beat, okay.
Still
So
killing the
let the
drums, even
people
though he don't be wanting to.
I know that's right. Let the people know where they can follow you and also any last words. My mom said, amen to all the scriptures. You heard those men of God? It's some men of God out here, y'all. I want y'all to know that. They mean this thing. For
I'll
real,
go
for
first,
real.
I'll go first so the bishop can end us. My last words are to you directly, to the audience. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening to us. But my last words is to you to encourage you, because usually people that's doing these podcasts and doing things like this don't really have the proper resume, for lack of a better term, to be able to do what you're doing. And I just want to encourage you, like my sister said, you're a beast. Like you, that's look at my uncle. What's up, Unc? Um, you are
Love you too,
amazing.
man.
Like we love you too, Unc. You are amazing. Like not just
Thank
vocally,
you.
but just your spirit, like everything. So you're qualified to be on this platform. So just know that whatever took for you to do this, God is behind you. This is a God thing. I want to continue to encourage you because you are a vocal beast. I don't care how long it's
Thank
been since
you.
you've sung or done anything. You got oil. I remember all of them rehearsals. Like I'd be like, man, just throw her the mic and everything shifted. So just be encouraged. Like I don't know where you're at mentally or going through lately, but just be encouraged. Like you have the right
Mm.
resume. You're the most qualified person to be doing this. So I appreciate you for having us on. To the audience, like we said, man, just in everything you do, put God first, and thank you for sharing your platform with us. And my handle is on Instagram is Real Thomas BOI 2010. You can follow my women's team at Las Vegas _ Empress. You can follow my group. It's not a choir no more. It's only like 8 of them now. So we just say group. You can follow that at _ GYWP 2017. Yeah, shout out to my sister and Jessica Van as the best managers in the world. I just also want to shout out my family. Shout out to my pops, my moms, my brother Renard, my brother Aaron, my sister Markeisha, my sister Jamia, my brother Josiah, and my brother Aaron. He's a smooth guy. Be on the lookout for him too. And my brother Jamel for just being. I'm who I am because of them. So any good quality, any good thing you got to say about me is because they instilled it in me, and I watched and learned from them. So I love y'all. I appreciate you.
Wow. Ronnie, you look, I'm messed up over here. So thank you. God bless you. Jamel?
I would encourage the people to stay with God, go with God, in spite of everything that's going on in the world. We see the wars. There's no more rumors of wars. There's wars
Mhm.
now that's here, and God is soon to come back. But I want you to just keep your focus, stay with God, go with God if you haven't started with Him. If you stop walking with Him, get back to God. Turn back to God because the end is near. But I want everybody to understand God made us a promise. He promised to heal us, He promised to deliver us, He promised to save us. He said, all that call upon the name of Jesus shall be saved.
Mm,
And
yes.
remember this in these times that we, as the people of God, all we have to do is look up because our redemption is nigh. Look up, no matter what you're going through, look up, no matter how you feel in your body when it comes to sickness, look up. Look up, even though you're broke. Look up, even though you're
Yeah.
going through. Look up because your redemption is
Yes.
nigh. He's the great redeemer, and he will redeem you from
Yee.
all things. He's coming back. Believe it. Get ready. My prayer this morning was simple, that we are prepared, we are ready, that we love enough to be ready, we forgive enough to be
Yeah.
ready, we changed enough to be ready for when God is soon to come. So please be encouraged, ladies and gentlemen. Don't focus on what's happening in the news. Don't focus on what's happening even in your life. Get your focus on God because He can change things. He'll give you a divine shift. He'll
Hmm.
give you a divine turnaround. What the enemy meant for evil, God will turn that thing right around for you. And we know, we don't guess. We
Oh,
know that all things work together for the good of them that love
Come
God
on.
and are called according to His purpose. Y'all be blessed. You can follow me on Instagram at Uncle Jimmy's Son. That's
Uncle
Uncle
Jimmy's son.
Jimmy Son, one word.
Yes.
And then you can follow me on Facebook at Jamel Banks, JimmelBanks. You guys be blessed. Thank you again, Kim, for having us on here. Be blessed. Shout out to everybody that's watching, the family, my wife, my kids. God bless you
Hey
all.
sis, I forgot one
Yes.
thing, Kim.
Okay, Ronnie, what you got to say?
On all music platforms, you can go and type in "Gifted Youth with Purpose," and you can
Yes.
download our album, "The Greatest." My
There you
brother is
go.
a feature on there, so I tried to get everybody on the family on there. Yeah, he got. Hey, look, I could be being biased, but
Uh-huh.
it's a pretty dope album. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's some good
believe
stuff
it.
on there.
I know
Some
it
good stuff on
is
there.
for sure. Oh my
Stuff on
goodness.
there.
You all have blessed me indeed. Blessed me indeed. I got to use my KJV word, indeed. This has been good. I feel blessed. I am leaving here full, as your host tonight, to be able to sit down and talk with you all. And, when I spoke with you, I knew that it would be laughter. I knew that it would be music, but I also knew that it would be ministry. And in the end, for those of us who love the Lord, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Ministry and God encompasses the other things that we are able to enjoy for sure. With that, blessings to you all from my mom. She said, God
Bless
is
you.
pleased.
Love you,
Yes,
Mama. God
indeed.
bless you.
Yes. And also Charlene Carla out of Florida said, great show. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
To her
thank
too. That
you.
music is fire. I was in the like little backstage thing, grooving and intro and outro. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. That music was done by none other than Malachi Jones,
Okay.
So yes, indeed. So proud of him and the things that God is doing in his life as a young minister, musician, content creator as well. With that
Yep.
being
His
said,
dad,
thank
his
y'all.
dad is nice too.
Oh, yeah.
Ramon
Oh,
Jones. Shout out
yeah.
to bro. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. The Jones family. They're like your family, it's full of singers and musicians out of Tacoma, Washington, which is where I was before I came to Vegas. So, I went to school with Monica and things like
Oh
that. So
wow.
it's funny, you know what I'm saying? Like life is something else. How about that? God always knows though. With that being said, thank y'all so much for coming. You did not have to say yes, but you did. And I'm so glad that you did because you have been such a blessing to the platform. Shout out to each and every one of you who are watching. Shout out to Ram, Pastor and First Lady Thomas. Shout out to Mountaintop Faith Ministries. Bishop House and First Lady House and Jamel's wife. And, I'm just glad to be in the number. You get what I'm saying?
We appreciate you
Glad
so
to
much
be in
for
the
having
number.
us.
Absolutely. Until next time, I will see you all next week, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern for Talented Thursdays. All right, y'all. We'll see you then. All right. Bye. Let's get out of here, y'all.
Thank you for watching. Please support by subscribing to Talented Television on YouTube.